So if you want to learn how to trade options and learn my personal trading strategy, purchase my ebook located in the description below. If you're seeing this on TikTok, my ebook is available for purchase located in my IG bio. And so right now my Pepsi call option is down $900. And so basically the road to $2,000 is kind of looking a little shaky, so sort of. And so what's next for Pepsi, right? And so looking at Pepsi, basically I had mentioned in the watch list that I had did on Sunday, I had mentioned that if Pepsi could break above the 20-day moving average, we could see further uptrend. But as you can see, since Friday, so when I made the video on Sunday, right, I had mentioned that basically Pepsi was having trouble breaking the 20-day moving average, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles on the daily chart tried breaking above the 20-day moving average, and it completely failed. And so what's the next step from here? Honestly, I personally feel like the next level of support that Pepsi needs to maintain is it needs to maintain the 200-day moving average. You can see that it looks like it tends to to respect the 200-day moving average. This weekly candle respected the 200-day moving average. This candle completely went through the 200-day moving average, but it reclaimed it. And so right now we're on this weekly candle right now on Pepsi, and it looks like it's trying its best to not go below that 200-day moving average. So if Pepsi can maintain itself on that moving average, the 200-day moving average, then we can possibly see once again, right, Pepsi try to break through those moving averages on the daily chart. So we could see Pepsi approach trying to break the 9, the 20, and so on and so forth, right? And so am I really worried about Pepsi going down further? Not really. The reason I say that is because right now Pepsi is the third worst mega cap stock that is considered the third worst performing mega cap stock right now in the market. And so I personally feel like usually these oversold mega cap stocks always tend to make a comeback. And so I personally believe that these oversold mega cap stocks will make a comeback eventually. Will it be soon? Probably not. It will take a bit of time, but from what I've analyzed is that they tend to do a lot more better than large, medium, small cap stocks. So those other market cap stocks tend to not do so well in a way. Meanwhile, the mega cap stocks do tend to do well when they're really oversold. So and other news, right? So how are these other stocks doing, right, that I talked about on Sunday? So example, Adobe finally is above all of the moving averages. And so from here, I personally feel like we will see further uptrend from Adobe. AMD, finally, it's broken above the 9 and 20-day moving average, but most importantly, it finally broke above the 20-day moving average. ASML is having a great day, I guess you could say, or it's looking good so far for ASML. ASML was considered the 4th worst performing mega cap stock, and now it's above all of the not all, but it's above the 9 and 20-day moving average, and it was having trouble breaking those moving averages. So today it looks like it tried. I don't even want to say it tried, but it looks like the next moving average that ASML needs to break is the 50-day moving average, so we can see further uptrend. McDonald's. So McDonald's, it's looking a little shaky. It looks like it's under the 50-day moving average. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with McDonald's, to be honest, because of the whole E. coli thing going on with them. But I don't know. I guess it's it's finally above the 9 and 20-day moving average. The next thing that needs to happen with McDonald's is it needs to break the 50-day moving average. Merck is doing pretty well. It's riding the 9-day moving average. Pepsi, we already talked about Pepsi. Okay, so Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson is the second stock that I picked to trade for the long term. And the reason I chose Johnson & Johnson was because, number one, it's a oversold mega cap stock. And then number two is because when it had landed on the, on the 180 or 200-day moving average, I got into a call position. I think it was 6 call positions onto Johnson & Johnson. And the reason I got into 6 call options was because I was like, okay, let me just buy a small portion of call options there. And if I see that Johnson & Johnson, decides to go down, more, right? I can buy more call options once the position is down, 10% or 20%, right? And so that's what I basically did in a way. Johnson & Johnson, at one point, the position was down, I think I want to say it was down 15 or 18%. And so when I bought a couple more call options, I think it was 2 call options, it brought my average down all the way to, instead of 18, down to 15 or 14%. And so right now, as soon as Johnson & Johnson had a slight ride towards the upside, it brought my position to being down instead now 13%. And so I feel like right now the most oversold mega cap stocks right now are, me personally, I would say Johnson & Johnson and Pepsi, to be honest with you. But let me see. Let me go back on the list. So, not Adobe. Okay. So the most oversold mega cap stocks that I would consider being are AMD, not ASML anymore. I would say McDonald's. I would say Merck is still oversold. Pepsi is definitely oversold. Johnson & Johnson is way oversold. Shell is oversold, and it's sitting at a pretty good support level around 64, 63. Coca-Cola is really oversold. And yeah, those are the stocks that I personally feel like are still a little oversold. So I personally feel like while everybody, starts searching for opportunities out there, people will eventually start to catch up and see that, oh, these stocks are definitely a good opportunity right now. Because, if you're going to play it safe, most people will want to play it safe instead of, trying to risk their money, playing either large, medium, or small cap stocks. And so that's pretty much it. So if you want to learn how to trade options and learn my personal trading strategy, purchase my ebook located in the description below. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did well trading. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care and bye.